बहुत मैंने देखा कि कौन सा कंसल्टेंट है, ये है वो है, बट व्हेन आई सॉ लॉट ऑफ यूट्यूब वीडियोस आपके भी और सर के, आई थॉट दैट काफ़ी सारा प्रोफेशनलिज्म है. एंड वन थिंग इज दैट यू आर नॉट ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट स्टूडेंट वीज़ा, यू आर अप्रोचिंग लॉट मैनी एरियाज में आप वीज़ाज कर रहे हो. और वो जो नॉलेज आपकी थी उससे पता चला कि यहाँ पे हम लोगों को जाना चाहिए और हमारा काम यहीं से बनेगा.
And that's when we decided to have a video call with Amratpal. The knowledge that he exuded during the meeting answered most of the questions that we asked, which were not possible by many other consultants. We said we would go ahead with you, yeah. So I'm glad we did that. Yeah.
Hello, hi, this is me Amratpal, co-founder of Amratpal Vision, and today we are in Bangalore to specially meet Avnish and his parents and to take a small review about the session with working with Amratpal Vision and how was their overall experience. So yes, first of all, congratulations Avnish and ma'am and sir.
Thank you.
So Avnish, tell us about something about yourself and your profile.
Hi, my name is Avnish. I studied in the Cambridge curriculum in Tremis International School, Bangalore. I started my Cambridge curriculum from the 9th grade and completed my IGCSE, AS and A level, which are basically 10th, 11th and 12th grade. And now I will be starting my higher education, my undergrad education in Saarland University in computer science.
Right, so this was the exciting part here. So he just completed his A levels this year itself, and because sir and ma'am has contacted us a year ahead, so we were about to plan the application on time, and he is now having 6 offer letters, and now he has finalized University of Saarland for computer science. So sir, what was the factor that you chose us, because we were in Ahmedabad and you were here in Bangalore? So what was the factor and how you connected with us?
Sure. See, I mean, when we thought about the study in Germany, one thing that we realized was, there are a lot of complexities and nuances that we are not aware of, right? And thanks to my wife, so she's been looking at many of the online resources, YouTube and so. And we also contacted few other consultants, and we've not convinced that they are aware about all the complexity, all the nuances of the study in Germany. And that's when we decided to have a video call with Amratpal. And I guess the professionalism with which the meeting was conducted, the knowledge that he exuded during the meeting answered most of the questions that we asked, which were not possible by many other consultants. We said we would go ahead with you, yeah. So I'm glad we did that. Yeah.
So ma'am, how was your experience with us? Mostly we didn't had much meeting because we and sir, like Avnish and sir was already in contact with me in the application stage and visa stage. So but घर पे भी कुछ बात हो रही होगी कि कैसे चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है.
Just to interrupt, ये सब जो questions हम raise करते थे ना, वो इधर से आते थे.
So when we decided that Avnish had to do his undergrad outside India, so first of all, as he told, we shifted him to Cambridge curriculum, and then we should open up lot of European universities for him. One thing what we did is that I started because he was busy with the school and Raj was busy with his office. So I started studying a lot of things like the requirements going on DAR, then the UniAssist, and looking at other UK and US universities too. So, but we finally decided that Germany would be a good destination for him, knowing all the technical developments the country is going through. So मैं तो करती रही बहुत सारा बहुत बहुत मैंने देखा कि कौन सा कंसल्टेंट है, ये है वो है, बट व्हेन आई सॉ लॉट ऑफ यूट्यूब वीडियोस आपके भी और सर के, आई थॉट दैट काफ़ी सारा प्रोफेशनलिज्म है, एंड वन थिंग इज दैट यू आर नॉट ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट स्टूडेंट वीज़ा, यू आर अप्रोचिंग लॉट मैनी एरियाज़ में आप वीज़ाज कर रहे हो, और वो जो नॉलेज आपकी थी उससे पता चला कि यहाँ पे हम लोगों को जाना चाहिए और हमारा काम यहीं से बनेगा। और पहली बार जब सर से बात हुई, द कॉन्फिडेंस एंड जो उन्होंने अप्रोच हमें दिया वो बहुत ही मतलब प्रैक्टिकल था, एंड द कॉन्फिडेंस एंड द नॉलेज विच वी हैड, it made us very very comfortable.
Right.
So
and see, Jesse is I think very important point, right? It is not just about student का एक admission. There are so many other things like आपके ब्लॉक अकाउंट करना, वीज़ा के लिए क्या क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए होते हैं आपको, नॉट ओनली फॉर हिम, वी आर ऑल्सो गोइंग अलॉन्ग विथ हिम, तो हमारे वीज़ा के डॉक्यूमेंट्स भी क्या लगते हैं, कैसे हमारे अलग ये रखेंगे सो दैट यू गेट अ लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन वीज़ा, ऑल ऑफ दिस छोटे छोटे चीज़ जो है वो इट वाज सो हेल्पफुल. In the terms of, when after Amratpal, we had a word with Amanpreet ma'am, and then we had a timeline कि सर ये अभी ये करेंगे आप, A2 एग्ज़ाम अब लिखेंगे, आपके रिजल्ट्स अब आएंगे, आपके ये कॉलेज का अभी ये देना है, क्रिएटिंग स्पेसिफिक ईमेल आईडी, मॉनिटरिंग इट. आई थिंक देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स जो हम बैठ के बात करेंगे तो इट विल बी जस्ट a long serial, but then so I think that is what is important, the overall package that you get. Right. Yeah.
So Avnish, when we were applying for the universities, so what was your experience with especially me, because I was only applying here?
Yeah, so it was a very smooth experience. Before we all together as a team sat down to finalize the universities according to our requirements, and it was a slow process, but it was a smooth process of figuring out what documents are required for which application and what dates are important, and I don't think we have missed one important date until now.
Exactly. So we started in the month of November, I guess, and then we were having the entire timeline ready.
Yes.
Right. And sir, ma'am are also having their visa, so they are having a tourist visa with them. So then we applied for their visa also, and now they have 1 year of visa where they can stay 90 days, because ma'am was having this concern कि बार-बार में visa नहीं जाना है, हमें long term visa चाहिए. So yes, 90 days का visa मिल गया है, so it is good to go, and they will be flying soon on in the month of October. So now what will be the tips and tricks you would like to give to the students who are watching your profile, who are watching your series? So what kind of suggestion you would like to give to them?
So for the students, I have two advices. Firstly, have extensive knowledge and start early. So do your research, what you want to do, have a clear picture. I'm sure when you start, for example in 9th grade, you won't exactly know what you want to do, but you can start your research then, and it will develop. And the second thing, second advice that I want to give is, don't only focus on studies. There's a lot of other stuff that come into admission process.
Right.
That is, for example, leadership skills, and so mainly leadership skills. There can be other stuff like leading clubs, music clubs and stuff like that. They come into a huge play in your application.
And he has already completed Olympiads in mathematics. Then he had appeared for SAT examination where he was having 1400 score. Then he was having IELTS with 7.5 band. So like all of these things boosted up. And then even A2 so definitely we had to do because we are going to Germany. So he actually had like planned everything, and we actually made a timeline that properly what we should do. So timeline is the major thing if we are targeting Germany or any other country maybe. Yeah, because Germany made the processes little bit longer, so to work on the timeline that really goes well. So sir and ma'am, what will be your suggestion to the parents who are looking your video and they are planning for their children for abroad studies?
Well, मुझे याद है, I mean, when I was doing my 12th, मेरा 12th एग्ज़ाम होने के बाद एक हफ्ते पहले रिजल्ट आ रहा है. My dad sat and said, okay, क्या करना है भाई, right? The times have changed, right? So, the few things that I would like to say. So, one is start early, plan early, right? Because आजकल it is not just an academic excellence that universities and colleges look for. It's your profile, overall profile. आपका social helping क्या है, how are you doing your internships, क्या कर रहे हो, आपके जो chosen field जो है interest है उसमें आप कैसे आगे ये कर रहे हो, right? So all of this is one part, right? So that's where you build your profile, not just academic excellence. One part. Second part is, I would say, have alternative options. Not just कि यार मुझे ये Saarland ही जाना है, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. Like we talked at the start. So he had 6 offers. While his primary offer, which is Saarland, came at the end, we were ready with earlier offers as second backup offers, which are already there, right? And I think third most important है, let's admit it, कि we as normal parents cannot understand all the intricacies of a European or German study structure. So find a consultant, work with them, not just hand it over and then think that they will do, because you have to give your inputs also. You have to work collaboratively, and I think the success would be yours, and you see that. I would say that, and if you want to add anything else.
That's it.
Right. And sir, how was your visa process, especially with Avnish? Because there was no APS required anyways, because he was from a Cambridge International board, and then we just got the special appointment for him, and then within 2 days everything was ready,
right.
And then we hand over the file. And how was that experience?
Absolutely, like I said, I mean, it was a whole package, right? Fantastic, because this year for Indian students, with the APS and test as being made mandatory, many of the websites of the universities were also undergoing a lot of change. So there was a lot of confusion. However, talking to you, say, don't worry, sir, we know about this, we've already interacted, and there is a direct communication that is happening with the APS authorities, with the visa authorities, and hence the documents come, the courier comes, and then evening there is a Zoom call. We look at each and every document. So this is where, and there are those inserts which are kept. This is where you need to add your additional document, notarized, already ready, everything ready. You take that, and I'll tell you, when we went into the visa chamber, I think barring 1 or 2 documents which are not necessary and they gave back, there were absolutely no clarifications from the visa authorities. So I guess that was it was
yes,
really
and
nice.
the visa came within 28 days.
Yes,
basically.
yes.
Yes.
and the thought of not waiting for the university and then getting the visa process done with whatever we have in the hand.
Right.
So all of those, see, these are all very small intricacies, right? If we don't know it, we would then be in a very, very big soup, wherein the college starts and we still don't have a visa.
Exactly.
So I guess because of the forethought, because of the experience, we are in a situation where all of our visas are there. We have booked our tickets well in advance at a good rate. Airbnb done, Avnish's hostel taken care of, block account done, everything ready, and we're ready to fly.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So usually, like whenever we see lot of YouTubes, we hear students say, making lot of tensions about their block account, and then their visa process, and then their accommodation. Everybody talks about, when it comes to German universities, they talk about accommodation. But with Amratpal Vision, it was like a cakewalk for us.
Yeah.
Nothing. We really didn't understand. मतलब ऐसे लगा ही नहीं कि बेटा जर्मन यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए अप्लाई कर रहा है, लग रहा था कि कोई इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटी का ही प्रोसेस चल रहा था. It was so easy.
Yeah. So I remember I told sir कि sir funding ready कर लीजिए, अभी हमको कभी भी करना पड़ेगा.
Absolutely.
And when I called sir said I am ready with my funding, we'll make the payment tomorrow only. So within one day we have arranged everything.
या और इतनी छोटी छोटी बातों का आपने ख्याल रखा. वो जब ये ब्लॉक अकाउंट करना था और उसके लिए कुछ उसके सर्विस टैक्सेस बढ़ने वाले थे, तो वो भी आपने इतनी मतलब अच्छे से समझाया. और आपने किसी भी वक्त हमें प्रेशराइज नहीं किया कि यही करना है, हम बोल रहे हैं ना ये आप कर दो. नहीं, इक्वली आपने हमारी कन्वीनियंस और हमारे जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स थे उनको आसानी से आपने समझ लिया और उनको करवा के दिया.
Yes. And actually sir was also very cooperative with me every time. So when I used to explain sir कि sir ऐसा है, so sir was also understanding that yes, this is the clear part and this is like the normal procedure. So he was also not very panicking कि ये क्या हो रहा है, वो क्या हो रहा है. So sir was also very normal and yes, okay done, ये हो जाएगा. So it was like, so we obviously like love to work with the parents who are just going with us with the same smooth process. Yeah. So that is very
वो involvement चाहिए, otherwise the results will not come properly. So the involvement and collaboration, I think that is one thing I keep telling the parents. Don't just say कि यार मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, मैंने पैसे दे दिया वो कर देंगे. नहीं, आपको you have to invest time, not just money. And then you see results.
Yes,
right?
correct.
और आप सब लोगों के लिए बड़ा thanks, because we could see this day because of you all.
Thank you. So sir, what was the thing that made you to change your previous consultant and to move to Amratpal Vision?
Yeah, good question. My previous consultant नहीं ma'am, previous consultants. So we we had one consultant who took money and said, you know what, I will give you everything, and then he kept on forcing Avnish to do the applications, and he was not able to concentrate on his studies and do that too. So अगर वही करना था तो why a consultant? There was another consultant who said, if you want to talk to me, transfer 20,000 rupees and then we'll see what needs to be done, right? So all of these and obviously being in the industry, you kind of understand that they are not, there's a lack of professionalism there, right? You get those signs, right? And then one day I come back from office and Purnima says, we have another consultant, I've just talked and we have the Zoom call link. All right, fantastic. So we get in and then talk to Amratpal, and he is firstly sitting on a very nice office setup. It is not like a camera, mobile camera, right? So that itself is very professional, right? And then he starts talking. Most importantly, he tries to understand your issues. So it's not one size fits all, right? Which other consultants think, you shut up, I know what is best for you and I will tell you. Instead, he was sitting and listening to us. Very important for me. Third, when he listened and when he started answering our questions, whether it is about is there any difference between the Cambridge education or the CBSE, or is it required to do some student colleague for Cambridge, or what kind of German language certifications required, even if it is an English course. So all those questions that we were having, that we were not getting the right answers from the earlier consultants, was all answered to our satisfaction. And probably you guys don't know it, but once the call ended, I told her, here is the consultant, ask her how much, ask them how much is the payment, and let's go ahead with it.
Yes.
Right? And the most important aspect, which every consultant talks at the start, was never brought out in the first call, which is how much does it cost, right? So you wanted us to understand and be comfortable, and that for me was professionalism. That is what I guess the differentiator. And then I guess it was not just at the start, right? It's not just at the professionalism was not just at the start, you know. It is continued all along, even now. And I would say sincerely, with utmost sincerity, I guess that is what is very important for parents, and I guess we got that. So I consider ourselves lucky, right? That we have the right association at the right time. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. So yes, students, if you are also planning to study in Canada, US, UK, Germany, and you have completed your A-levels or you have just completed your state boards, you should definitely contact Amratpal Vision. We will guide you with the timeline and to complete your process smoothly. Thank you.